Good afternoon, CFM. It's Coach Matt with our final workout of the week. It's Saturday, and we're going to do a benchmark called EVA. All right, we're going to begin with a 400-meter jog and then come back in the gym for 2 rounds through. We're going to start with a band kettlebell swing drill. This is just to improve the technique on the kettlebell swing and also to help you feel the muscles that should be stretching in the bottom position of the kettlebell swing. And the reason why this drill is important is that when we're doing a kettlebell swing, that bottom position only exists for a split second, right? And so I have to know what I'm looking for in terms of what muscles are stretching, what posture is being maintained, and that position is so small in time that if you don't get it right, if you haven't done it a bunch of times, it can feel like I don't know what I'm chasing for, right? So this band will kind of replicate the effect of the momentum of the kettlebell that allows you to be in a position that you cannot hold without some external support, okay? So the purpose of the band is to replicate momentum, and in this drill, I want you to practice the hinging position and take your time with it so that you can feel the muscles stretching. So I've got this band somewhere below my knee height. Don't put it up too high, okay? Pull the band in between my legs, and then I'm gonna put it over my hands as I grab the kettlebell, right? And now I'm just gonna walk away from the rig and then hinge forward and allow that band to pull the kettlebell into that bottom position where my wrists are tucked tight to my thighs, my shins are pretty much vertical, and I'm hinging forward. Not much knee bend, but I'm definitely not keeping those knees locked out. And so I'll just practice 5 reps where I lock out and then hinge back. Lock out and then hinge back. And then when I'm done with that, move back, set the band down, and then I'm gonna practice 5 reps of that kettlebell swing, trying to hit that same position, but now dynamically and with that spring out of the bottom position, okay? That is our kettlebell swing drill. Next one, a PVC bench T-spine opener. So this one, I got my palms facing up, tight grip on the PVC pipe, about shoulder width. I'm gonna put my elbows on the edge of the bench, duck my head in between my arms, and then I'm just doing bicep curls, trying to extend my arms without letting my hands fly away from the PVC pipe. And I should feel a good stretch on the rotator muscles on the back side of my shoulder as I extend my arms. And that should help us with our overhead position in the pull-up as well as the kettlebell swing. Last ones are scorpion stretch and then some reverse somersaults just for some vestibular stimulation. So scorpion stretch out like a T, reaching my heel towards my opposite hand, rotating like that. And then for my reverse somersaults, a lot of people find these easier than forward somersaults because I don't have to like look where I'm going. I can just point my arm out, look at that arm that's extended, and roll over it. Okay, real easy. My head never touches the ground if I do that right, okay? All right, so EVA is a triplet. It has cardio, it has a body weight, and it has a weightlifting movement. The weight, the range of motion, and the number of reps that we do are all variables. The full EVA is 5 rounds through, 800-meter run, 30 pull-ups, and 30 kettlebell swings with the heavy kettlebell. So that's 2 pood for guys, 1.5 for the ladies, and 30 pull-ups. Now that is a lot of reps and a heavyweight kettlebell and a full range of motion. So just make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into before you do that workout. The kettlebell swing for today is the American swing. So it's all the way overhead. Try to get your ears in between your arms and the kettlebell pointed at the ceiling, right? So if you're doing it and my elbows are bent like that, this is not the best technique for the kettlebell, right? Try to point the kettlebell in the same direction as my arms so the bottom of it is facing the ceiling when I finish at the top. And then on our pull-ups, nothing fancy on the pull-ups. These can be kipping, jumping, butterfly, whatever you want to do. Just make sure it's elbows extended at the bottom and chin over at the top. Okay? All right. Now, volume-wise, it's 150 of each and 2.5 miles of running. So, a good candidate for partnering, right? Like half and half the reps. A good candidate for 3 rounds. Maybe 3 rounds, see how you feel. Maybe do 4 rounds, or turn it into a 30-minute AMRAP, or any of those are appropriate modifications if the full volume of EVA is not appropriate for you. And just make sure you talk with the coach that day and determine what's the right amount. But the number one thing we don't want is for you to either stay home because you see how big and nasty the workout is, because we can tune it up or down to make it right for you. And B, the other thing we don't want is I come in and I do too much and I shouldn't have done too much, and then I'm regretting it for a week because I can't straighten my arms out because I did 150 pull-ups and now I've rhabdoed my biceps, okay? So both of those things are not desirable. Find the thing that's right in the middle that's gonna be in the sweet spot that's gonna get you the best development. That's the goal for the workout, okay? All right, have a great one. I'll see you guys on Monday.